Alright, doing brainstorming for Mr. Bowler's creative and innovation class. This is my group here. We'll go around real quick and introduce everyone. This is Alec. This will be my father.
I'm John.
And then we'll go with my mother.
Carrie.
Zach. And this is Matt right here. Now, for our general restaurant ideas, we're going to be Columbia, South Carolina. It's a little bit of a target market we're going for, but we want to start off now with some general ideas about what a restaurant is, what you like about it, maybe what you don't like about it, what you'd rather see in it. Just kind of start tweaking what we know, and we'll build off ideas from there. Does anyone want to jump out in there into the court right now?
Sit down or fast service?
We're kind of going to do with the sit down, and then maybe as the night goes on, turn into a sit down and fast food service. Maybe say you could have a walk-up window at a bar, but not serve the, so to speak, liquor out the window, which I don't think you can do in Columbia, South Carolina. But you know, instead of having to go through and beat people to a bar to pick up a to-go item, maybe say you have a window out there.
So we're going to focus on quality.
Yeah, a little bit of quality.
And then we'll pick up on speed.
Consistency as well. Consistency is always important.
Gotta have some consistency to it.
Well, it'd be nice when you go into the restaurants, you don't have to wait for 2 hours. And then, or when you put your name down for a table, you aren't forgotten about because your beeper doesn't work.
You also don't want to feel out of place when you walk into a restaurant. You don't want to go into a place and be like, man, they're hoity-toity here.
That's gonna, in South Carolina, Columbia, South Carolina, it's a college town, right?
Yeah.
So are we gonna cater more to the college demographic, or do we want to have a nicer sit-down restaurant, things like that?
I think
It's also the state capital.
Is it?
Yes.
so. It's kind of a big city.
Yeah.
You'll
So
have,
it is,
you have potential for a mix.
I guess it would require how close you are to campus.
Mhm.
So, depending on that, But, you want upscale, or you want to spend $20 a head, or do you want to spend $8 a head?
Decide the market niche.
Yeah.
Is
Yeah.
it possible
Yeah.
to have like a range?
You
of,
can
like,
do both.
top
You
tier?
can you can do sit-down and then try to turn it into a more bar atmosphere. A
Like
little.
the small plates.
Mhm.
And tapas.
Yeah. Using almost the tapas style
Yeah.
idea.
So kind of have a generic theme, cater to everyone, but start early. You have a more nice, sophisticated restaurant, and as the night goes on, maybe pick up some tables.
Very
Yeah.
nice restaurant during the day until like 9.
And then bar atmosphere
yeah.
afterwards.
Mhm.
Local does it as well. That's kind of their market. They do the gastropub, so they do serve the high quality food, so you can come in and have a nice dinner there, and then also cater to the bar atmosphere as well.
So they do it by time of day? They do
It
it
just
by
kind of
location within the club, or
the
what?
clientele just kind of
Just
happens,
location?
kind of.
Okay.
Do they have a good barbecue scene in South Carolina?
Not as good as Memphis, so that would be a style to take over there.
Ah.
I'm sure,
Memphis barbecue goes over pretty well most places.
yeah, I mean, it would work. Everybody loves barbecue. Low and slow.
If you're not like a
Sure.
godless vegetarian.
America.
Being here in the South.
So,
Or a good coleslaw, for the vegetarian.
Deviled eggs.
Mayonnaise.
There you go.
We don't have to do barbecue.
Are you thinking of a situation where it's just a single name restaurant? Are you looking to franchise? How far are you taking the potential business model? You just want to open one
That's
and
kind of what we're
get it to work?
brainstorming here right now.
Okay.
I think single name would be
Kinda
would
keep
work
it
the
general.
best.
Single name it first, and
You
then
need to-
you can always grow from there.
Yeah, I would establish myself,
Make yourself a
Hardcore.
local person and then just grow from there.
similar to what the locals done here. They're
Yeah.
So
Slowly expanding.
Yeah.
the reason I mention that is, right up front, that tells you you're going to want to do a trademark search. You don't want to, in South Carolina, get a name which happens to be used all over the Southwest by a different company.
So we'll do the PXessary.
Yeah. Yeah. So it's one of the action items you want to put in the front end of what you're doing when you put your business model together.
Yeah.
Make sure that you're not stepping on someone else's or infringing on someone else's trademark. Especially if you're looking to franchise coast to coast.
I heard that Huey's was originally meant to be Huey, Louie's, and Dewey's, but they ran out of money. And so the Huey's was doing so well that they just expanded from there.
called it.
Sometimes all ideas aren't good ideas.
Yeah.
Yeah.
and they're actually opening 2 more stores.
Really?
That make it 9 total. I
Sweet.
believe.
So
There you go,
Never have
something.
too many.
we want to allow people to shoot toothpicks into the
Yeah,
store.
Yeah,
that's
just
my
model
next
right off the
comment.
gates.
Believe it or not.
Will be.
I was in the original Huey's.
Really?
Yes, and its format was different from what it is now. It's all restaurant or all lounge, however you wish to label it. Then they actually had bumper pool tables in the back.
That'd be nice. Like Urban up in Knoxville. Restaurant / bar area, and then like arcade style,
Yeah.
like pool tables, foosball, all that stuff.
I gotta have that.
That'd be cool.
It works if you have the floor space.
Yeah, it brings
Because
it
you're
over.
trading, yeah, if you're turning people away from food, you're gonna wanna cannibalize that space back for tables.
Yeah, maximize
Yeah.
your table space.
Absolutely.
And with
Well,
those
you've got
games,
double level even, like this level's for games, this level's for eating.
Yeah.
That'd be good.
what are the smoking laws in Columbia or South Carolina, for that matter?
I believe I honestly don't know.
Okay.
I don't know
We'd have
if
to
it'd
come
be
back to
too.
that.
Yeah.
Students 21 and up to go into anywhere.
Yeah.
If they allow smoking, yeah. I would be inclined to just say no, but that would
It's
cut off.
easy,
It would
it's
cut
easiest
off a
to
lot.
cater though to just no smoking.
See, are you catering to families also, or are you catering to?
But Columbia being
Bars.
a schools like place,
Well, yeah.
that would be difficult.
We could
That's
do
why-
patio space though, if you wanted to have the smoking area. You
Outdoors,
can always have
yeah,
people
yeah.
outside.
I do like patios.
Yeah, everybody likes a nice patio.
Yeah,
Without the
great
smoking
patio.
scene, you know, I like, and being in South Carolina, the climate would probably support that very well. Long summers, mild springs, and fall.
Which, if we're doing that for the bar scene when it gets late at night, we should just have local bands who go to the college around there come play for us to get their name out rather than try to get bigwig bands.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Be something that I'll look into. Let's jot down notes.
Do you know about the marketing scene there at all? You gotta put your name out there somehow.
I heard the
That's true.
food laws are different there, like difficultly different.
Well, you're definitely going to cater to the university
Yeah.
for sure.
Oh yeah.
I mean, I would put majority of my
So we could try to get
budget
the paper
towards that
there
stuff.
or on the radio station or something like that if they have a student radio station.
student union.
Having spent a year there, when I was in the Army, they have at least at that time, a very large presence with an Army base.
Yeah.
So you might not want to exclude that clientele,
Offer
that's
discounts to military.
military, right?
Oh, yeah.
Especially given the current culture supporting the military. College.
Right. Yeah, I mean,
Mhm.
it definitely wouldn't be a sports bar, you know.
I don't know.
Sometimes that's good. Sports bar would do well though because
Because they have a college town that.
yeah.
And they can't go to
Yeah,
the
there
If
race.
you can't go to the actual game, you might as well go to the bar and watch
Yeah.
it.
But
Yeah,
if you have
very
a
good.
sports bar,
Yeah.
don't you like
For one team.
exclude a certain
You
segment
do-
of the population?
That's a big clientele. That's what we have to look at what we really want to feature on clientele wise.
Like I like the idea of a sports bar as much as the next guy.
Also, location would factor really big into that. Because if we're right by the military base and the college,
Then you're
sports bar might be a great idea.
Mhm.
But if we're going to look for downtown, something like that, we might want to be a more sit down
I would. Yeah.
bar and restaurant.
Well, if you're concentrating on barbecue, you're tending towards pub
Yeah.
grub anyway.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's true.
As opposed to fine dining.
Mm.
You can do lots of things with barbecue.
We don't have to do
nachos,
barbecue.
barbecue.
Seems one of those we're leaning. Our ideas are more towards the bar area than our restaurant fine dining since it's going to be a college town. So.
Yeah.
Maybe you're defining your marketing.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah, see, we're condensing everything down here.
Not all college students can afford fine dining.
Oh,
That's
that's
very
true.
Exactly. You exclude a
Very
huge
true.
part of them.
But as it's the capital of the state, do we have to necessarily focus on
That's what I'm
students?
saying.
No,
If
it
you
can
do barbecue,
pretty much
though,
be
you can do
anywhere.
a fairly large clientele, especially if you do barbecue the right way.
That's
You do it
true.
really well. 'Cause
But you
look
know-
at the- well, look at the Ronda.
There's a lot of loyal
Yeah, exactly.
customers to
That's it's a
Yeah.
big time. It's a nice restaurant. It's
Yeah.
something you do when you come to Memphis.
Mhm.
Uh-huh.
It may not be the
Very-
best, but there's a bunch of loyal people.
Yep.
So
Yeah.
it's more of a loyalty thing, I think.
Being a
Yeah, that's
businessman, though, I mean,
Right.
I have to assure you, and this is a quote from my nephew, who's also, he is a very successful businessman, and he said once that profit is hard, but cash flow is a bitch. So, in starting up a business, if you don't have the cash flow, it won't matter if you make all of your money in one season, or 1 month, or even one night. You've got to survive the other 11 months, or 29 days, or 30 days. So you're gonna look for a market niche that brings your cash flow, even if it's a lower cash flow, consistently, so you can pay the bills, keep the doors open.
So cheap but high quality food?
Yeah, it comes down to a great product.
It's
Like
good
pizza
product.
too or something?
No, the issue is, even if it's high quality food with a high margin, you still have to be able to draw people there on a regular basis every night.
Yeah.
Give them a reason to come.
Right.
Sports bar.
Yeah, so I think sports bar would be our better market, something like that, a barbecue style.
We're also talking to 5, 6 college age men.
Yeah, college.
We don't have a
College
very diverse
kids,
crowd.
In the same.
Well, I like beer.
There you go.
I like
There's a
barbecue.
key ingredient. You can marinate barbecue beer. So.
There you go.
I like most college students.
No waste
you
for
know?
there.
So,
Never grew up, all right.
that's right.
You know, another way you can increase profit, quite possibly, since it's in a college town, would be catering to tailgate, you know.
Excellent.
That would
Oh,
be
yeah.
right there.
So if you're doing full pit barbecue and you're making a ton of product, you know, you can maybe offer a special for a tailgate, or, you know, a large group buying it.
Yeah, barbecue is something you do in the mass
Oh,
quantity.
That's a great idea.
Yeah.
Oh,
Tailgating
yeah.
in particular, but catering in general, might keep your kitchen, you know,
Busy.
busy.
Yep.
Even when there aren't that many people in the
Swing in,
actual
come
building.
in, get it, and they're gone with the food for the party.
Get
So, you know,
special.
some people may come in not hungry, just get a beer, and when they smell that food, they might want to have some food.
Right.
So.
I do that.
Where do you get
Yeah.
the people to cook the barbecue originally? Would we be doing that?
Yeah, we have our own
Yeah.
kitchen.
Well,
We're a
no.
Restaurant.
Alright,
I want to be,
We're in Columbia, South Carolina, which,
oh, yeah.
so we'll play a lot of blues.
So you're saying
Right.
name
Like,
association.
just in case.
Yeah.
yeah.
Well, you want a good catchy name though, because that can also
Yeah.
make or break your restaurant.
The locals.
Yes,
perfect.
yeah.
The locals
If
so
you,
perfect.
yeah, if it's not a nice restaurant, things like that. Like the library is a good one for up in Knoxville. I know that's a bar up there.
Yeah.
It's catchy. It's I'm going to the library. It's kinda
Right,
funny.
right, parents don't know that.
Yeah.
Sorry, Mom, Dad, I'm on the way out.
I'm
going
going to the
Yeah,
library.
you should show up on your base
So
suit as
my-
Flying J.
My bar will be I'm going to study. There we go.
I like to have shots named after like the
Study
exam
hall.
and
Study
something like
hall.
that.
Study
Yeah,
hall,
study hall is probably one.
Honestly, if we were marketing towards a college crowd, those are good names.
Yeah, study hall,
Mhm.
yeah.
Depends on who we're marketing to. Which have
Yeah.
we
Yeah.
established students or
It's looking
general
more.
public?
I think students and military is the best. There's a
Yeah.
big military population. There's a big student
The
population.
military is also probably part of the students also.
Mhm.
And
I
if we
think it's-
serve a good
goes around.
barbecue product, I feel like people will come as well.
Yeah.
They'll come out of your way to get some good barbecue.
Study,
Like RPs draws a lot of
barbecue hall.
like students and whatnot, but I mean adults go there too.
Mhm.
It serves good food.
Yeah.
Barbecue hall and other things.
Yeah.
Cause you want,
Well, just brainstorm
Yeah.
now.
Yeah.
You don't have to, you're not
Yeah.
buying a
yeah,
business
you know,
license
yeah,
yet.
right,
Oh, yeah.
right.
The bookstore would be a funny one because
Oh,
then
yeah.
the bookstore just because then parents' credit to the credit card or anything like that. Flip
Oh,
on it.
yeah.
Charge into the bookstore.
Yeah.
Sorry, Mom, I spent too much money on the bookstore.
What if you
That's
buy
true. That's
$5 worth of a bookstore?
Gotta have a
That's
notepad.
My
I
textbook
need a
and
battery.
cheese fries.
Well, are there any other things that y'all want to talk about? The good things that you see in a restaurant?
I think I got some pretty good ones. Should we hit, think about them and start up another session here in a couple days? Maybe.
Do that, yeah.
I think that's a good
We're
idea.
with that. All right, well,
Got some good
Sounds good. That was
good topics.
this meeting will be adjourned for now then.